Good morning, everybody. This is Frankie Day Models. Okay, fellas, for today I have video number one for another build I got started. I've been on this thing for about 8 days now. Working on this, the old 1979 release, the second release of the Airfiux Lancaster and 1/72nd scale. In 1958, Airfiux brought out the one and only Lancaster kit that ever was produced. And that was probably back in 1958 on the Airfiux. And there's a lot of inaccuracies in that kit, but back then, when you're young, and when you bought kits back in those days, we never went for accuracies. We didn't know any better, couldn't tell any difference. All we know is we got an Airfiux Lancaster kit, and you were king of the block back then. But as years roll by and progress always keeps coming around the corner, Airfiux decided to retool another one. So this is the 1979 Airfiux kit release. Now, I bought this at Smitty's Hobby Shop ages ago. And one thing good about Smitty's Hobby Shop, fellas, it's a hobby shop that's so different. It's a hobby shop. It's a model maker's hobby shop. And Russ down there, he has a lot of estate sales. A lot of people, they get an old fud like me who kicks the bucket, has got all these models laying around. And so he puts in his will or something like that. I like to have all my kits taken to Smitty so he can sell them, which I probably might end up doing one of these days. And so that's called the estate sales. And believe you me, they got a lot of stuff back in the 50s and 60s and 70s. So I got this probably about 25, 26 years ago. And I think I paid about $10 for this thing. And as is, it's all these estate sales, they're cash only. There's no tax on them. And so I got this, put it in the stash and bought it out. So what the hell? I'll build another Lancaster, and I did. This is a nice kit. There's no fit issues in it at all. It goes together very well. For the cockpit on it, it's very sparse. They give you a complete cockpit flooring that fits. That's actually the Bombay. On the top edge of the Bombay acts as the floor. And you get your pilot seat, you get your flight engineer seat that's installed, and a couple of decals for interior decals. When it comes to radio operators and stuff like that, all those details not there. Just like the Revell kit and like the earlier processor of the 1958 release, you will not find it there. So it's got to be done by the modeler herself. Even the 1963 release of the Revell one back in 1972, which is the answer to the Airfiux kit, it too didn't have all the cockpit stuff in there. It came with a couple seats and a bunch and some figures. That's about it. This here comes with one figure, the pilot only, and everything else is just nothing. So this kit's actually a bare bone kit, and everybody's got one of these. It's not a bad model to build. It's okay. There's others out there that's better, but I like Airfiux, and so I'm going to polish up this old turd right here. I've got our clothes on. I'm finishing up the decals work on this thing, and I got work to do on it. I got props to paint up, install. I got the cockpit, which is all masked down. I got to airbrush that today, and I got maskings on the turrets, and so they can be removed when the model's done with the paint work. And so I did some weathering on this thing by using 2 or 3 different shades of light earth, a dark earth, and use light green. I had little exhaust stains on top of the engine cowling because these Merlins did throw a little exhaust on them. There's a beautiful haircut to say the least. Okay, we're going to take this camera around and we're going to take a look at it and I'll show you what Frankie Day's talking about, guys. This webcam I got hooked up like a bigger camera. I can be able to bring it down. You can be able to see the whole thing in its entirety. Okay. It's all been painted RAF colors, dark green and dark earth. I was running into some problems first about dark earth. And I went to look for some dark earth. I couldn't find any in my paint stash. And so I looked deeper. I couldn't find any. I said, well, Frank, what are you going to do now? I went down to Smitty's. They had no dark earth down there. And I went up to Hobbytown, USA, where they have Humbrol paints. They too are out of dark earth. They too are out of dark green. I have played dark green, but not enough dark earth. I said, man, what are you going to do now, Frank? What are you going to do now? So I went down there and bought this at Smitty's. It's matte dark earth number 29. I tried this on I was kind of skittish about putting it on here. So I got an old junked up test model I had laying around. I airbrushed some of that stuff on it. I don't like it. It's way too dark, and it's a muddy color. It puts you in mind of the early Pactor line back in the 1960s. It has little bottles of Pactor plates. The only flat colored military colors in the world at the time. And so I elected, well, what are you going to do now, Frank? You better get your federal standard paint chip chart, start mixing paint. I said, I'm going to give this a looky-loo one more time. So I looky-looed as much as I could, and voila! Guess what I found? I found dark earth. It was beautiful. So I used this in different tones of dark earth I mixed and everything to give this effect on this thing. And so saved by the bell by that. It's always good. Always check and recheck. I knew I had some dark earth there somewhere. So that's done. So I got the propellers put on here. They're in the box. I already primed them last night. They got to be painted black. Paint kit's red. Install same on here. The canopy up here. It's all masked down, ready to be airbrushed. Like I said, that's all the good right here. There's a pilot seat. And they give you a control panel right there, as you can see. This camera's not too keen compared to my other one, but to get it's still get a good picture. It's a lot better than the webcam on the computer. So it's all black down there, satin black. At the Bombay comes as a whole piece. It fits on here, but there's a recessed line on the side of it, suggesting the option either you have it closed or open. To open them, that recessed line inside the Bombay, you got to take your blade and cut it, and then it'll snap off. Using your filing stick of choice, file off all the edges on there where they've been released that. Install same. Got the all your bonds fit inside here, and also you got the cookie in there, which is your what do you call that? Incendiaries. How can I forget that? Incendiaries. So they were employed inside the Bombay too. So I'm going to hang this link up when I get done. So she had the final reveal for this probably by tomorrow. It's pretty well glossed up now, so I'm going to give a light colored wash on it. And I'm going to go ahead and add the flat color to it. It's nice. It's a good looking Lancaster. It's not bad. Like I said, there's others out there that's better. But this is an old Airfiux kit, so I decided to build it and hang it up. And beautiful Lancaster. I always love the Lancasters. They're a beautiful, beautiful machine. Anybody's got one of these in stash, don't be bashful. Go ahead and build it. You're gonna find it quite different than the original 1958 release. So this is pretty much right on in accuracy compared to the early Airfiux ones, because the tooling, everything, they were kind of toyish anyway. But we never complained about it. We had a Lancaster and we played with them. We had a good time. And so I want to finish this up, and I got more coming. And we'll roll the link off over here. I'll probably be doing some card modeling pretty soon too, fellas. I went down here to storage and bought out a couple of card kits. I got this here. This is 133 scale of the SV2U Vindicator. We used to call it the Vindicator. And this is a very, very good model. And all these parts you got to cut out. Fuselage assemblies. Everything. All got to be cut out. So I'm going to probably be working on that. There's a finished model right there. Test shots when it's done. That's what it's going to be like when I get finished with it. Now, anybody interested in building one of these, there are some kits out there. I think a 1/72 scale and also 1/48 scale makes one too. I think Accurate Miniatures make the Vindicator. The 1/48 scale. And they got one here by Special Hobby. My 72nd scale. So I bought that out. I got that one going. And I've got the Fairy Swordfish. I got that going too. So I'll probably have this thing done in about a couple of days. And they can join the small ones I built. And same scale as a Lancaster. That's what I like about these 1/72 scale. It's all relationship to each other scale wise. So this is the new tooling, Fairy Swordfish. And it's a very good kit. Gives you an option. Wings, you have wings that fold on, or you can leave them out like this. And when it's done, it makes excellent companionship to the rest of them. Okay, fellas. That about does it for this video here on the link. And we'll make the camera yours truly. Finish the video. Here I am. Okay, guys, it's starting getting very, very airplane in here. Very. It's starting to look like my old shop. I got them all over the place now. Got the Sun up there, the Hawker Hurricane, the Martin Mars. And I got my PS1. Now look at those babies up there. I got my 1/48 scale Albatross trumpeter, SA-16P Albatross. My Airfiux 1/24 scale Focke-Wulf. And my Matchbox 1/32 scale SPD Dauntless. That's one I did for Errol Newland's Matchbox group build that we had about 8 years ago. Okay. I can't. I'll finish up the video here. Okay, that does it, fellas. There's a little hooky-loo what I got going on here, so it's getting kind of airplane-y here. It's like the way I like it. And so that'll be it. I'm gonna be shoved off to work here in about 15 minutes. I've been up since 5:30 this morning. Had some coffee. Decided to make a nice video today without interruption. And so anyway, that about does it for today. So I'll be working on. I got stuff coming this way, so I'll probably be having a. I'll be working on the 1/48 scale, which I am working on already. Before I get up here, guys, I'm working on the Walrus right here. The Walrus, 1/48 scale Airfiux kit Walrus. So far, I got the fuselage pretty well done, and got the turtle deck on it, and that was very tricky, very hard. Especially you get the pallet seat back there was kind of pushing on top of it, so you got to kind of trim it off a little bit to get it fit right. That's another fit issue that people are having on these things. So that's the solution to the problem. Just trim off top of the headrest on the pilot compartment, and you should have no problem there. This is all aluminum color, so there's no fuss there. Okay, and I got I'll probably be building another porcupine too. I got the artillery one here. These boxes over here, they're fixed pieces here. So I'll probably work on one of these too. I got that one going down. So I got a lot of stuff going on here, fellas. I got ships coming down. We got Bruce Kerr, Mystic ship models. It wants me to bring up that gorge porch I got. I got that in my storage. And I'll probably bring that down and bring the box in. And as fall starting to get here right now. And it looks like it's going to be model shipbuilding time for me. So right now, I'm going to concentrate on getting some of these airplanes done right here. I'll get them hung up together with loft and everything. And probably doing that too. So I got a lot of stuff coming your way, fellas. This trailer here. I'm looking for another house right now. So when I get another house, I'll probably tow this at my other place and put it in the driveway somewhere. In case if I need to shove off somewhere, I can tow it somewhere. Like right now, this is all temporary here, fellas. You know, I gotta have a house. You know, I made my mind up. I sat and pondered day in and day out, and I said, Frank, what do you do? Live in the trailer? There's nothing wrong with living in the trailer, fellas. There's no shame. But model builders like us, you got to have space. There's nothing better than having a house, a tangible structure that's mounted to the ground, where you got bedrooms, attics, basements, garages, anything. And so I don't like the idea of having all my stuff distant from me. And I like to have everything in my house where I can look at it every day. I can walk all over it, physically touch them and know that they're there. And working on the storage, coming here, back to storage. So I said, well, I want to look for a house. I think I found a couple of good houses out here in this area. I got to talk to them, negotiate them. Maybe I can scare up some kind of a deal with these guys. But I ain't going to buy a house, fellas. After losing my home, I'll never buy a house again the rest of my life. I'll rent, and that's it. And they ask me how long you'll rent the house for, until I'm dead. And they'll say, that's long enough, isn't it? That's long enough. And this video is long enough too, and I got to get going. Okay, this is Frankie Day signing Frankie Day Models. Tonight I'll probably have live action on the Walrus, and we'll talk on that. And you guys sit back and bring out a kit and build with Frankie Day tonight. So we'll have live action video with me and the Airfiux Walrus, and have a few chuckles, a few laughs, and enjoy the evening. Make mama happy. Take care of your little ones. When you're driving, always stay focused when you're driving. when you're out to going shopping, look around your surroundings, spend wisely, buy yourself a kit, take care of the family, take care of yourself. I'd like to thank all my wonderful new subscribers for your beautiful candor and your wonderful, wonderful comments. And even for the old school fellas that's been on here that comments me and their candor as well. I very appreciate it very much, and I'm very honored each one of you fellas. You guys are a great bunch of guys. There's one thing good about this modeling community is we have human interest here that we all have the same love for, and we help each other, one another, and that's what it's all about, guys. That's exactly what it's all about. It makes the hobby a lot more interesting, a lot more foregoing to endure. Okay, so stay tuned tonight, guys, for the live in action tonight with Frankie Day and his Airfiux 148 scale Walrus, and we'll get that going now. And so tomorrow should be the final reveal for the Airfiux Lancaster. I'll get her hung up. I got a good spot over here. I can put her, I can fill that little gap in over here. I'll get her hung up and take some pictures and just keep it going. Okay, this is Frankie Day of Frankie Day Models. God bless you guys. You guys take care of yourselves. I love you fellas. And we'll catch you on the next video. And like I say, thank you very much, everybody, for your wonderful comments. I read them, and I'm very honored, and thank you very much. This is Frankie Day signing off for Frankie Day Models, and we'll catch you tonight for live action video with Frankie Day.